we're live. Welcome back to the episode of my trading vlog, where all of the views are from returning subscribers. If that's you, hit the like button. And that is how I'm gonna have to do it for now. I can't find the old file, like that old file for the intro. That's okay. We're just gonna do another analysis here, and I've got some new setup stuff going on. I did some EQing for the audio. I hope that helps. It's a little louder. It's got a little more highs in it. I wanted to cut out some of the high mouth noise stuff, but oh well. I think it's gonna be okay. I got some stuff put up here, my vinyls. If you're savvy, you might notice some of these are Playboy. Maybe you can't tell. Don't care. I do have the chat up. I got a second screen going now. And so I should be able to like actually see what's going on. And I think that I can actually, yeah, I've got the chat. I've got the chat open now. So if you want to come in here and say something, I actually will see you say it. Getting started here. Gonna get the right screen up for me. And now I can also see what you see, and that is very helpful. This is AA Alcoa. Again, I know nothing about the company, nothing. I got nothing, but I'm just looking at the charts. And it was pretty amazing the other day when we had this candle come in, and it was very, wow, I'm gonna make this much bigger. Can we make it, it's already as big as it gets. This big green candle came in, and I said, yeah, that looks like a breakout. It's not. We saw a high. What goes up must come down. We hit their bullish targets, and so I said, we're going to try to find a bottom here or another target. And so I went looking. And anyway, let me figure this out. Let's open up an hourly time frame and give me some like meaningful data through here. And we had some analysis. 63, 64, we were convinced we were going to reach. There was some other stuff. I think it's on the wrong chart. Yeah, it's on the intraday chart. Wow, that's a lot of gobbledygook. Okay, here's a takeaway. This is wave B in a corrective cycle, at least thus far looking at wave B. Wave B is a tricky wave. Hate wave B. Never trade wave B. Well, at least I don't want to ever trade wave B. Nonetheless, okay, let's talk about A, B, and C waves. I'm thinking that was A, and then this weird thing was B. You know, the more I look at this, it's like you could divide up waves A and B as much as you want to, and it would still make sense. And that's just Elliott wave theory. Don't get your wave degrees mixed up. Small waves make big waves. Small waves, those are like, you know, that's the wave degree stuff. And so I don't know if the chat's actually working or not. There it is, live chat. And oh, I can moderate the activity, and I can be like timestamps, participants. Okay. All right. Moving back into this, I want to just do some wave count stuff. So we found A, B, and C, and now we're heading down. What wave is this again? Jeez, I just got to keep zooming out, being like, what's the bigger picture? This is a daily time frame. So this was, I need to pull up the bigger chart. Is it on the default chart? No. Let's see. A, B, C. Oh, this is a big B wave. Oh yeah, A, B. So what we're gonna start now is wave C at a high degree. And what that means, and I'll show you by A, B, and C here. I'll just plop down some really lazy, I'm not even going to properly annotate them, but A and B, and then looking for wave C. Probably going to test this uptrend, probably going to come down and test it. Zoom back into the hourly time frame. Now that I've got an idea of what the big picture was, we can zoom back in. I haven't appropriately put a bunch of chart drawings on the hourly time frame on my intraday chart, and now I have all this analysis back here that's just like a blob of insane little text. Not concerned about it. I don't remember what this is. I think it's the smaller wave degree. Nonetheless, okay, typically I'll do like color coding to make wave degrees look a little more obvious. So yellow is small, blue is bigger, and then white is one above that, and then it goes back to yellow, blue, white, yellow, blue, white, yellow, blue, white. Colors of the sky. At any rate, if that's B and we're starting C, C is actually a motive wave. And motive is strong. It doesn't have to be completely motive. If wave C appears in a 3-wave form, that's actually pretty bullish, meaning that downward pressure wasn't able to establish any strength heading to the downside, obviously. Now we got to figure out where exactly the top of this C wave was and where we started our actual motive trend. This is kind of insane. If we take this little downtrend and apply our, you know what, we're going to go into a line chart. This will make more sense in a line chart because it's going to temper some of those price extremes we get in the candle. And it still is looking like if this was A, B, and C, that was over a 200% extension from the first wave. That's a very strong push down. Like, that's very strong. I would be concerned. Be very concerned about that if I were hoping that this were staying up. Seeing oversold here, of course. The real question is, you know, this looks like we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to, well, we'll do it to there. Yeah, we should use the lowest low of that corrective cycle. I think that's the most accurate. 66.03. This candle coming in closing at 65.93. Falling almost perfectly at 66.03 at 65.63. Volume wasn't necessarily all that high, but it was significant and did damage to the price progress to the upside, obviously, taking out a peak, a prior peak. And that's how you really confirm we're in a corrective trend. And so price moved sideways from there and then came back down. This is probably something kind of complex. On a smaller wave degree, I'm going to assume that we are A, B, and C, and that what we will see is another A, B, and C wave, which we will then call X, and that will start another A, B, and C wave. And the reason why I just put X there is because we tend to just be really complex in these corrective cycles, and look how sideways it is. The trend is really slow through here, right? Very slow. And technically, I guess we've closed here, so I mean that's still the same trend line. Didn't break. Yeah, it's complicated. And X could even be like longer. Like this could be A of X and then B of X and then C of X, and then we get the next downtrend. But I think what we're actually doing is we've completed X, which has its own little 3-wave move inside of it, and we're starting down again now. And this will be a strong push. This will be a strong downtrend. I think that this downtrend is going to be wicked, and it's going to be the one to trade. This is a very tradable downtrend. I would wait to enter, of course, until we confirm a move, 61.23 or lower. What would that look like? It would probably be a push down to 60.54. It'd probably bounce back up. And then when we start heading back down, good time to enter that trade. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of this occurred kind of like reacting or interacting with this this downtrend right here. I don't know, maybe it does another quick little dump, little waterfall. Ugly stuff. Now, assuming that we found the bottom of wave A, and we're going to start looking for wave B, which is the corrective trend, we can use our Fibonacci extension tool and start to figure out what those targets would be. And so we take the height of that little wave, we approximate the height, right? I just don't think wave B is done. I think we touched that downtrend, and we're looking for 59.56 or 57.78. 57.78. Of course, that's after we confirm that we are dropping below 61.23. So that's several dollars, several strikes to trade there. I think we're gonna We're gonna see next week. Wow. Jeez, wouldn't this suck if this went sideways? Man. But I do believe we're topping out here. This isn't quite a double top because on this time frame we do have a higher high on the right hand side, which means technically we're probably still in an uptrend. Let's take a blank section here and we'll just test that theory. Yep, still technically in the uptrend on that wave degree, and so if we do break down below this trend line, that signals for big down. You're going to see the RSI is setting a, this is actually very important to note, the RSI is lower here than it is over here on the right hand side. Or the price is lower, nominally lower, but the RSI is actually higher. I always get that confused. Listen, I'm trying to describe divergence where these highs kind of form a higher low, and these lows form a lower low. It's very marginal. So this is referred to as bearish divergence, and it can mean a couple of things. You have to know where it is and where you're looking at it, because generally when these break, you get a very strong move. So if this breaks, if price breaks down, RSI is going to punch through that little trend it's set. And so that is going to be a powerful move down. If this were the top of a motive trend, we'd be looking for a top there. Unless it was wave 3, then we'd expect a correction in wave 5. And that is pretty common. I can actually probably show you on this chart that happening. If I zoom back out to the daily time frame and pull up those drawings, perhaps we can. Let's see. Can I get wave 3? Let's look at wave 3 closely. So we're going to use the line chart here because I want to focus on the closing price, because that is what the RSI is using. The RSI is based on the closing price. So these two highs here, these closes, these are pretty close together, but I'm thinking that's actually A, B, and C. So let's keep looking back through here. Yeah, that looks good. So let me show you. We've got a series of highs, but through that time, what's the RSI doing? It's going down. It's not peaking with the price. That's how you can identify the top of a trend, right? Price breaks down, and then bam, you get corrective trend, and then wave C comes in, A, B, C. And this might be a good time just to demonstrate what that looks like too, since we're here. A, B, and C. And that A, B, C, complete wave 4. And so what I'm describing here is that when we get to the top of a wave, typically waves 3 and 5 of that wave, i.e. the 5 waves that make up of 3, the 3rd and the 5th wave of 3, they set a higher high, but the RSI is actually not setting a higher high. And that is a divergence. Look at that nice big volume spike on that high, and then price comes down and consolidates. Isn't that funny? You know, there's a lot of people on the internet telling you how to interpret and read volume, and it's like half of it is just, it's more nuanced than it's being described. Like this is exactly the same candle I showed you the other day, where it's like, yeah, it's a green candle and it's got a lot of volume, but look at that wick, and you have to ask, did the volume come from this top in here? Or did the volume pump it up and this was like a little throw over and we closed higher? You can't tell by looking at the daily candle. And that's the trick, is you're going to have to get in there and actually identify what the volume is doing before you can just jump to a conclusion and make an assumption. So going back into like a really small time frame, the minute time frame here, on AA, we're absolutely crushing it. We're looking for grind. So the forecast is grind, but early next week breakout. And that breakout is going to be significant. You're going to see a big move. You're going to see a really big move. This could be forming a triangle through here. Right. That could be, ooh, that's a tempting thought. Like, what if, yeah, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little overthrow, and then down. It's going to get grindy. Okay, so grindy into early next week, breakout early to mid next week, and maybe we even get down to 57, 78 towards the end of the week. If not, I'm definitely thinking 59, 56. That's all I gotta say here. Why don't we take a look at SPY for like a moment? I've been kind of tracking it, just watching it. We're just grinding through this rectangle. This is sick. That is sick. Look at that. That's disgusting. What are you supposed to do? You go along and then bam, twack, and it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Really funky patterns occurring. Volume's really flat. The RSI is just hanging out. I don't know if we're peaking out. Can't know. We're in the zone of uncertainty through here. I think we should come back down to 571.22. He said arbitrarily. Let's have a look. Take 5 years out here, and okay, so really, realistically, in a big dump, like, oh my goodness, the crisis caused by political blah 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 and social blah 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 and geopolitical whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. 612.92 would be the logical place to go sideways. I thought we saw an ending diagonal triangle through here. Wow, this SPY analysis is so old. I love this. Oh my goodness. Can we please just take a second and look at this? I haven't even looked at this myself in so long. Okay, so I've got this all labeled too. This is high quality content. I put some thought into this. Holy cow. Anyway, it describes the measured move down, phase 1, 2, and 3. We've got an X wave through here, phase 1, 2, and 3. Perfect, beautiful, and each one is evenly timed. Incredible stuff. 1, 2, 3, X. 1, 2, 3. So then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have wave 5, and there's a 3-wave extension in here, no doubt. And so I can really run with this now. I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're doing it. Okay. Yeah. So wave 3, we're looking at 53, 536. Of course, plowing through there, no problem. Jeez. So I bet you that in this bigger wave, a running expanding flat. No, that's definitely a motive trend through there. So it's got to be 1. God, that's uncomfortable. A, B, C. No way. It's got to be 1. It's got to be 2. 1 of 2. No, 1, 2. 1, 2. No way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 4, 5. A, B, C. That could just be that's just a big extended wave. 1, 2. Can't be 3 and 4. This looks more like a B wave than anything else, which is stupid because it's not a B wave. So waves 3 and 5 typically overthrow. 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. A. Oh my God. B. Oh, you're shitting me. No way. No way. That's unreal. Oh my God. I'm gonna get the wave degrees wrong here. Just bear with me. 1. Huge explosive 1 wave. 2. Oh wait, this can't be 4. Right. So 1 is actually over here. So that's a very short little wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC. Okay. 3. Let's keep going. This looks right. 4. 5. A, B, C. figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Is this a 5-wave extension? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1. 2 is sharp, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5. Okay. So that's wave 3 of 5, and then we have of wave 4, which probably is down here, and that's probably 5 of 5 up here, and we have a bearish divergence. That's what I was just talking about, bearish divergence right there. That's going to help me find waves 3 and 5 of 5. So we had an extension in wave 5, that 3 wave of 5, which occurred right through here. Let's see. That's pretty much it. That little channel captures it, minus the first wave. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yep, that's okay. That's crazy. So 5th wave extension, huh? Let's see. Can that actually be the case? And let's go back and figure it out. Because if this is 1, 2, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5 has to be smaller. Wave 3 can't be the shortest wave. Can't be the shortest wave. So, do I actually have to like start making this all a corrective trend? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks so motive. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, could it actually be 1, 2, 3? Yeah, that could be correct. 1 ABC, and then nope, because boom. Wave A, B, C. Yeah, A. This has to be A, B, and C. Like, this is a corrective trend through here. And the kicker is that I'm thinking to myself out loud, that's a motive trend. Where's wave 4 in all of this? We need the line chart. I think the line chart's going to help. So here's the big thing. Some peaks and valleys have to be respected. Sideways. And then I'm just going to go ahead and check that wave amplitude really quick. Wave 3 can't be shorter than wave 1, or wave 3 can't be the shortest wave. And if that's true, yeah, that can't be 1, 2. Because that makes wave 3 shorter. So this is actually the beginning of wave 3. So this is the 3rd wave extension right away. 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, 4 of 3. And we're going to start measuring again right away. More Fibonacci extensions. We're going to start making sure that we're going to move this out because we are now looking at a 3rd wave extension. 1, 2, so 3. Yep, so this can be 3 of 3. This can be 4 of 3. And then we have 5 of 3. 5 of 3 probably, yeah, there's an ending diagonal right there. Doesn't look like waves 1 and 4 overlap of that ending diagonal, but it still has that characteristic shape to it. So this is the top of wave 1 right here in this triangle. Wave 4, not even coming into it. I'm sure if we turn on the candles, that'll help. Yep. So look at this. Look at this respect. Okay, this peak right here, this guy, that high, is absolutely being respected on the 4th wave retracement of this ending diagonal. Now, it's not an ending diagonal triangle per definition by Frost and Pretscher because there's no wave 1 and 4 overlap, but it still is significant to note that it is losing steam on every little uptrend, hence forming that triangle shape. Whew. Okay, so that was the end of wave 3, right? Of 3. Shoot, I gotta zoom back out. I gotta get my view back and get my head back in the game here. All right, so 1, 2, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3. A, B, and C. Is that wave 4? Is that wave 4? Oh, freak. Look at this. This is wave 4. it makes that funky little, like, that is a shape. It's technically flat, but I don't like it. And then we're calling this 5 of 5. Yep. Okay. So how are we calling that 5 of 5? So now we're going to start correcting, right? We're going to start correcting A, and we're going to say B, and we're going to say C. Okay, beautiful. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to move that 3 because it's really peeking out over here. We're going to zoom in, and we're going to do this all again. Okay, corrective phase ends right there. 1, and we're going to double check that again. Just want to make sure that this first little thing, yeah, that's, look at that amplitude, perfect hit on the 1, 61.8% Fibonacci extension. 1, 2, okay, so 1, 2, oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shoot, wow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3. Right there. 4. Now it's coming in. Now it's coming in. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that makes more sense. Just gonna check. Okay, because any diagonal. So that is true here. Yes. And then A, B, and C of this entire push. So let's draw that trend line too. From the beginning of that trend. Nailed it right there. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make this stuff up. If you had the right count running while this was going, we would have gotten, you know, up here these targets. And we've been like, I was just saying on Alcoa and been like, hey, I think we're topping out. And we're going to go test this level down here. And sure enough, there it is. Beautiful. A, B, and C. Damn. Okay. What's that make this? Like, what? And why does that make me worry? Not worry, but because 5 waves of motive, okay, make form wave A. This A, B, and C is a beautiful 3-wave pattern. I love that. Make this blue so we know it's of a bigger wave degree. What concerns me, doesn't concern me, what causes me to believe we may be peaking out is, look, there's B right there. Boom. A, B, and C correcting this 5-wave move trend is bravo. Wow. Oh my goodness. But so what's that make this? What's that make this run? Charlie. It makes this whole thing up here wave C. And why is that significant? Because it feels like we're topping out. And everyone's talking about it. Crazy. That just looks really clean. It's just really clean. 1, 2, big old fat 3, little 4, 5. 2, sharp, 4, sideways, alternating in form. Love that. Love to see that. Like, honestly, I'm thinking this is looking really good. And then, yeah, wave C. And because it's wave C, we're allowed to break motive trend rules and make it A, B, and C if we need to, but that's just like, whoa. Oh my God. Let's just take initial impulse. We need a line chart. I can't look at those candles. That's so much easier. Right. So right here, I'm thinking right here, that's the first impulse. Is it halfway? You can see it's about halfway through that whole run, right? And I see another little ending diagonal through here, right? But then we keep going. So this could be A, B, and C, A, B, and C. This is a weird, like, expanding flat, I think it is. Whew. A, A, B, C, and C. Gross. How are you supposed to count this thing? Like, it's just monstrous. It's just a monstrous trend. And there's, like, no real breath or pause. It just runs. Like, we know we're definitely in correction right here. And right here. So we understand we're chopping up. Like, this thing is going to price mirror right down here. This is the price mirror. This is the holy price mirror. That's it right there. And so we go chop, chop, chop. And then we start this. We start doing this. Oh, and then we do this. Oh, it's going to get worse. And what does that do for us long term over the big picture? What does that do for us? A, B, C. And then we go A, B, C for X. Oh, yeah. That's the SPY I know right there. That looks like a SPY correction. And I draw an inverted head and shoulders, but it doesn't need to be that. But I'm thinking we have our correction has begun, in that we're just grinding sideways and we're waiting for the market to bleed. And I don't like that because I'm waiting for a thing to run. I'm waiting for a stock to run, and it's going to be harder to do that. It'll be a lot harder to do that if the market is overall just bleeding money. Look at all this gobbledygook. It helps the candles. That was a lot of analysis. And I wish I could just, like, I should screenshot this. I think I have in the past screenshotted this and shared it before. It just makes too much sense. And then I stopped right here. This is when I stopped looking, and we got just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A, B, C, and then that was all B, and then this is C. This is a C wave. This is a C wave. This big uptrend has been the last corrective push. And yeah, it sets a new high. That can happen. Bull trap of the century? No. But we are talking about years here, and that's important to remember. It's like, I mean, test this uptrend sometime next year or this year, maybe middle of this year. So there's a lot of things I can think of that could cause the market to panic like that. Everybody's got those theories. So this was fun. But now I want to go talk about Playboy, because that's what I want to talk about. Here we are. We can go over the 5-year chart. Okay. Yep. SPAC. Terrible. Price rallies from like $11 to $60. It's like, oh, meme stock. Boom, boom. And like all the meme stocks, yeah. And that's what I covered, was meme stocks. I wasn't looking at Playboy during, while I was trading AMC and stuff, but we came down here, found a big ugly bottom, ugly double bottom, where one low is a little higher than the other, so it's a little uneven. It's a little normative, body normative to say ugly bottom. Anyway, price runs, boom, boom, boom. We find ourselves in this this is a disgusting triangle. Did we break out? Are we still going? Like, what's going on? This looks like, this definitely does. This doesn't look motive. This could be, I mean, it is motive, but it could be expressed as A, as a corrective trend rather than 1. We could be looking at B. And part of me thinks it's like, it might be like, it really could be like a leading diagonal triangle, couldn't it? Could this be a big leading diagonal? 1. Boom, boom, boom. 2. Boom, 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 boom. 3, 4. I mean, completely moving into wave 1. 5. The hard thing is this retracement back here. This is wild. Like, look at huge breakaway gap, and the volume was like absurd. It's like dwarfing all the other volume. So much trading occurred there. But what we continue to see at this point is that we hit a level of resistance, big dump, and then some bounce through here, big push. This is a vertical run down, and I was saying I was going to stop out at 198, but I actually decided to hold. And I did that because the news releases that have been throwing the price around have generally occurred before market hours. That was one thing. And that, it's not like I can just bail out and then buy it back in. I got to hold. I've just got to be patient, and I've just got to hold. It is true that we could be coming down to test this uptrend again. And, I mean, that downtrend is very powerful. We are above it, and we are maintaining above it. But we have to accept we might come down, and I'm just going to have to hold. There is a lot of chop through here between $1.75 and $2, and that's where we are now. Price has jumped off of and out of that range recently after finding support and resistance there in the past. And you can see it, and it goes back too. Like, we can just follow this blob. Look at this. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. Set like an important high back here. This is, I think this is going to be okay. I really do. Since price has come into that range, when it sliced through it there, that was beautiful. This did not excite me. This did. We're going to zoom in on the hourly time frame. We're going to break it up, do some detailed analysis here too, because I finally got a read on it. I was like, yes, that's what's happening. Line charts. And show me the hourly line charts. And back me out a little bit, and let's talk about it. And so it's hard. I have this currently in a 5 waveform count, showing this as a motive trend. I think it's actually A, B, and C. So just ignore the other things that are written there. I'm pretty sure it's A, B, and I have this written as A. C, which at a higher wave degree it makes A. And now I'm moving through a B wave of some sort. I'm going to just delete my wave degrees here because this is all confusing me now. I'm just going to clean it up. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to delete these smaller waves as well. We're just going to accept that this is probably a complex correction, right? Always make it complex. The more complex, the better. A, B, and now we're looking at wave C. Wave C is scary. Wave C is so scary. It's powerful. It's a strong trend. It sets new lows. It wipes out gains. Are we seeing any sign of like, ooh, I like that. That looks fun. Let's zoom in. I don't know if I want to call it a falling wedge. I don't know. I'm gonna turn on another time frame. I don't like leaving that 1 hour chart, and I will though if I need to. Like right now, I just need to make this make sense. So I'm just gonna zoom it out a little bit. Yeah, it's really not gonna be a falling wedge, right? 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 What am I actually seeing, though? I'm seeing price, obviously, in a downtrend. It's moved through a couple of downtrends. There's another downtrend right here that broke. And so what that means is that we aren't making a clean motive trend down. I think it's A, B, and C. I think it's all A, B, and C, i.e. A. Where's wave B gonna end? There. And the reason why I chose right here is because, well, first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could this be 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know. This looks like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on a smaller time frame that will actually be turned into a motive. Doesn't matter. listen, price is grinding sideways through here. All right. And after this peak, we didn't come back up into that price level. So what that means is this is a good spot to start the next little 1, 2, 3, which would be A, B, and C, right? So I'm thinking A and maybe B actually needs to be bigger. Contemplating, deep in thought. A, B, and then O. Yeah. I mean, it could have gone all the way out here. A, B, C. I gotta figure this out. There's an X wave in here, right? The more complex, the better. I think that B, A, B, C. Freak. So down for A, sideways for B, right? A of B, B of B, C of B. And then A, and then A of B, B of B, C of B, C. Let's do that. We're in wave C. A, B, 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 B. This is C. Did C extend? 1, A, B, C, 3. Having a hard time. Let me talk about something. The amplitude of like this downtrend is shorter than this one, and this downtrend's broken already. It's not a thing anymore. Price has pushed beyond it. Not only has it pushed beyond it, but it's begun to already set a higher high. Like technically there's a little uptrend right here. It's important to acknowledge it. That's an uptrend. It's a very small. There's a little inverted head and shoulder pattern down here. Something else to look at too is we'll talk about divergences again here, where the RSI is not setting a lower low here, while price did. This is a divergence. That could be the end of that little trend. We could be watching the very early signs of that little bottom coming in. And that'd be great. That'd be amazing. Maybe what I need to do is just extend this over, right? And say A was more complex. I can do that. This doesn't have to be a motive wave through here. I can say A of A, B of A, C of A, and then A of B, B of B, C of B, and then A of B, whoops, A of B, B of B, C of B. Yeah, that's just what I'm going to do. That's what it's going to be. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact of the matter that, should this be A? I mean, this doesn't really matter, does it? It's kind of difficult. 187 would be the target there. 181. How do I feel about that? How do I feel about that if I actually use the target first? A is down. B is A, B, C. That's what I was saying before. A, B, C, X. I really feel kind of strongly that this is B. A, B, and then C is sideways and awkward. 1, A, B, 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 C, a B, C, a B. It makes sense. It can make sense. A of B, B of B, C of B. Wow. A, B. Oh, this is A, B, C, X, A, B, C. Oh, what? Ugh. This is a hard one. I don't know. If I use this, though, the targets come out really clean at 187, and our low was 190. ABC, XC, ABC. Okay. All right. Fine. Fine. Everything's fine. We can figure it out. A, B, C. A, B, C of X. A, B, C. There. See? No need to panic. It's just a complete headache. And we'll start labeling stuff here. Oh, yeah, now it's coming in clearly. Clear as mud. Clear as mud for this guy. I get it. We didn't quite get there to our targets. 189 support coming in. Where did I even get that number, you know? It was a perfect touch. I bet you I got it from the hourly time frame. Let's check that out. Jeez. I don't know where I got that 189 number from. I don't know how I got it, but it's there on the board. So great. Could this be the end of this correction? And the answer is yeah, it could be ABCX for AB and then C. Now, we have to acknowledge that the trend is still in force. We're probably going to start coming up, and we're going to test that trend. We're going to test that trend. And when you're looking at something like this, God, that's gross. Let's just take off some stuff. Just going to take off a lot of stuff. Okay. And then we're going to go back and put some stuff back in. And then we're going to do this. We're going to take these targets and we're going to figure this out. Again, see, that's just like, I said this the other day, the most optimistic expectation would be 50%. And it's just like, we're really looking at like an irregular correction where it's one of these guys. I'll draw here. You go up, you go down, you come back up, and you don't set a lower low here, and off to the races you go. And that's a great, like, that'd be a textbook sort of flat correction. I'd love that. That'd be so good. And it looks like, you know, we had 1-2 days of run, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of chop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, I guess 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Timing works out pretty good. It doesn't have to be even, but generally they take up as much time as each other. Something else to be aware of is this could be a giant triangle, right? So price comes up into the triangle and then decides what it wants to do. That makes sense to me. And if it were a triangle and we zoom out, we can consider what that would look like as well. Let me turn on a different chart drawing here. Oh, that's not great. Can I just get more time? Give me 90 days. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a triangle. It's like triangleception. I think we're going sideways. I think this is a triangle. I think that's the bottom of that level. I think after breakout, we get 318 to 398. That's what I've been saying. And there's already a 390 target on there from something. It's just lining up like that. It's $4. Price target's $4. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yep. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How? Jeez. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out. If this is truly a triangle, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, throws 5, and then corrects. 1, 2. So this is a B wave then, and we're looking at wave C. Right, we're gonna start correcting. We're gonna start correcting. If we ask the question, like, if how far do we correct, and then if we answer with, well, relative to the incoming downtrend, yeah. What is the Fibonacci retracement? What is 61.8 of this? 1979, $20. Let's measure it the other way. It's a downtrend. No, yeah, I was doing it the right way. So we take the lowest low and we go back to the high here. It's like 61.8% is a retracement. This is crazy. Is a retracement back to $19.30. $20. That makes us a 10 bagger. What would that look like? Well, let me tell you. First, I'm going to make this line purple. Then I'm going to make it bigger. And I will draw exactly what this might look like. Wave C comes in. Beautiful. $3.90, $4, whatever it is. Look for support and resistance. Like, that looks really good, actually. I think $4 is a great spot. Price corrects for a while. Can I just duplicate this and then grab one? Thank you. And this is a crazy uptrend right here. I bet you this thing holds for a while. I bet you price comes down and hits it 245, 250. Duplicate. And then that's the wave. That's the wave that'll be nuts. And what we're going to call this is ABCX. So there's going to be 3 waves in here of correction that form X. And then this will be another ABC wave. So I won't do that. We'll just, yeah. And who knows how long that's going to take. But this is really what I think we're going to see. And it's just like, how do I feel so impatient and poor about $2 when it's like, look at the prior price action? Like, and the answer is because of these incredible pushes from 55 cents to $2. Like, that's a ton. Like, what? Yeah. And it's easily just, this is just like A, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. It's just coiling. Price is coiling right now so much. So much price action. This is going to be the breakout of the freaking year. And it's going to feel great. And I'm waiting for it. And we've got a bearish divergence of the RSI. No. Lower high. Cool. So what's the RSI going to look like through this time? RSI probably coming up and getting really, really overbought, right? And then probably setting multiple bearish divergences, right? Before, like, that's really bullish. Now, if SPY and the stock market in general, like, generally crashes, that's not very likely. Can't expect to, like, have your cake and eat it too. I think that gets all my thoughts out. AA, PLBY, SPY. I'm going to hold. Honestly, I'm going to hold. This is all gains from silver sales, right? Like, I love silver. I've got a lot of silver. But not anymore. It's here now. It's Playboy stock. Or at least, some of it is. I mean, I could sell some more. Like, I kept some cool stuff. I bought stuff that was cool. You should never buy stuff you like to invest. That's terrible advice. It's great advice. terrible advice to tell someone to buy something they like. Because if you like it, you're not going to want to sell it. And that's the point. The point is to sell. That is the point. And so I've still got some like rolling around, but I don't know. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Will I regret it if I don't? Let's go look at SLV. Let's just do it. Freak. SLV. That's a stupid chart. That's a stupid chart. Show me candles. I don't want to trade this. This is as clear as day to me, and I'm just gonna put it on the board just for the. Maybe I actually should sell, because of what I see. I see 1, 2, 3. I see 1, 2, 3. So that's A. This is B. We're looking for C. We don't know how high the corrective trend is right now, but assuming we've hit the top, which I'm sure we haven't, there's probably a little more upward room there. I could figure it out, but look at this. 46, 34, 44. We're going to 44. What's that? What's that peak at? 49.21. Look at this shit. You just like start guessing. Yeah. Wave C is going to take this thing all the way down. And guess what? This is now looking like a meme stock. Thanks, trading bots, for all your meme stock shenanigans and the chaos you create for us traders. So we're going to get really ugly peaks here. This is going to be a mountain chart. This thing's going to come down. The question is, what would both cause faith in the markets such that we start to unleverage from gold, or we start selling silver and gold and buying bonds again? I don't know. I like that though. I like that. Let's wildly speculate that for some reason, I don't know why, but suddenly everyone's gonna be feeling good about, you know, where the United States is at. It's like there's gonna be some sort of shift and abrupt change. All right, that's gonna be all for now. Thanks for watching. If you did, I appreciate it. You know, this is fun for me. I like doing this, so I'm going to keep it up and try to get the production value up a bit too. I hope I've been a little louder. I'm hoping that the EQing is sounding good too. I put my vinyls up. I wanted this to look nice. That's what I'm going for. I got some colored lights. Second monitor now helps me like do the whole stream thing. Let's do this. Let's make some money. All right, that's all. Thanks for watching. Happy trading, etc. Okay.